Marla, look at me. I'm really okay. Trust me. Everything's going to be just fine.
You met me at a very strange time in my life.
With your feet on the air, your head on the ground. Try this trick and spin it. Yeah. Get to the collapse if there's nothing in it, and you'll ask yourself, where is my mind? Where is my mind? Where is my mind?
All right.
You guys don't know what you've done.
Next week. So, first, gracious points for me. You're on the show.
But
You're here.
the show I started?
You're physically here. Because I don't mean this to be rude.
That's like I don't want to be rude, but you're an idiot.
No, you're not an idiot. You're very learned. But you are unnecessary for this week.
Oh, for this week?
Yes, well...
No, I don't think you understand. I'm extremely necessary to try to keep something left in the vault when this is done.
I don't think you understand how Rex Week works.
Yeah.
Because if you recall, Daniel Week, it was no holds barred. Daniel could do whatever he wants.
Yes, but that's because I have a modicum of self-restraint.
Already, I'm laying the ground rules here. You're out of bounds because you said yes, but. The correct answer is yes, sir. So.
I don't think I can take it that far.
And I'm not counting on you because this is new for you. I understand that. This is a change. And I don't want this to be an unpleasant month for you.
Okay.
So anytime you get a little out of line, this is how you know. That's it.
I feel like that any time in the movie is when some invalid gets a bell to ring for people and then they start to abuse it. Yeah, like that.
So this is what I want to do because I am a benevolent mooch.
Oh, yeah.
Because did our subscribe sign.
I already fell down.
It already fell down. Even the sign gave up.
Yes. I quit.
So, because I'm a benevolent mooch and I appreciate the will of the people making this happen, I want to give back. Mooching isn't all about taking. And the first rule of moochiness is it's built upon the back of goodwill.
Oh, really?
So, I am going to share my appreciation by basically for this first week of mini, we're going to do poor man's versions of fancy whiskeys.
Okay.
So we're going to try fancy whiskeys, which you'll like.
Okay.
You like fancy whiskeys. I'm helping you too.
Yeah, sure.
I'm helping.
I feel like I've aged already.
And in trying the fancy whiskeys, we're going to concoct a blend to get as close of an approximation as possible to that fancy whiskey. So if people who can't necessarily afford a very expensive fancy whiskey. But admittedly, it's going to take a lot of trial and error for us to
I see where this is going.
dial it in. So I'm going to throw you a bone the first month. Because this is like a 15-month thing? Rex, year and a half?
How did it go from week
What is it?
to Rex month? It's Rex week.
Rex month.
It's Rex week.
Rex year.
Rex week.
Rex decade.
Rex week.
So,
Oh, Lord.
look, I'm going to work in your wheelhouse here, man.
All right.
Show me the most expensive Isla you have.
Ow. So what we have here is a signed bottle of Laphroaig 32.
Holy balls! I didn't even know they had a 32.
Which is like $1,200 to $1,500 a bottle. See, that's my soul. That's my soul dying.
I find it hilarious that
I'm only pouring this into. Look at that. That's got residue in the bottom of it.
the day one of Mooch of Rex month, the sign's like, I'm out.
All right. Can I at least pour one glass for the fancy stuff and then work on other glasses for the comparisons?
I will allow it.
Because this is a really expensive pour that's happening right here.
Signed by who?
John Campbell, the master distiller.
Okay. Ooh. Ooh, that's lovely. Oh. Oh. Oh.
I can't even watch.
Oh. So. Oh. It's definitely Laphroaig, but all the things that people find violent about it,
They're all gone.
they're gone, but it's still super interesting. Bacony, smoky, no sharp edges though. All of those crazy flavors, seawater.
Well, this is all first fill Oloroso sherry barrels. So this is all the aggressiveness of Laphroaig spending 32 years in sherry barrels. This is all baking cherry notes and things.
Bacon and cherry, man.
And a little bit of
oh, there's the sherry.
plasticky kind of notes in there.
There's the sherry. I don't know if I'm a big fan of the aftertaste, that sherry sweetness, but
Well, it's sherry sweetness, but with like, you ever eat squares of dried seaweed? You can buy them. We used to eat them all the time when I lived in Hawaii.
Right.
Just squares of seaweed. You know, it's like what goes on a. Wait, that's what it tastes like.
first rule of Rex Month.
I'm helping.
Daniel can't talk about how his stories are amazing.
That's not an amazing story.
When I lived in Hawaii,
That's the only time that's when I got introduced to that.
and I was working for the CIA.
No, you can buy little squares of dried seaweed, and they're really good. And I'm getting that dried salty seaweed aftertaste mixed with the sherry.
Now that you say that, I'm kind of getting
I
it.
know,
Kind of
'cause
getting
I'm
it
always right.
on the nose.
This is not fun. So am I gonna recreate this or what?
30 days to go. Yes.
Okay.
So for the people,
I'm gonna start. So my goal is to try to get bottles that are under $30 to create something worth over $1,000.
can you do this?
I don't know.
Okay.
I've never tried this.
So you pull out at least 10 bottles, and then
That's good.
I'll tell you how many more we need to pull down.
Okay, we're gonna start with a base of Laphroaig 10, which is a bourbon cask one if I'm not mistaken. So we're gonna have a lot of sherry to go look for.
So is our strategy to basically start with Laphroaig because it's Laphroaig, and then
Yeah,
figure
start
out
with the cheapest Laphroaig and figure out how to doctor it into the expensive
how to
Laphroaig.
round off those edges, still not missing any of the complexity and all the interesting bits that make it funky and interesting and cool.
All right, this is much smokier. So whatever we add into here is gonna have to not be an Islay.
Oh yeah.
So I'm gonna go straight for a vanilla cherried
So
kind of
on the
note.
10, I'm getting more of the smoke than I am bacon. On
Yeah.
the 5,000
Let me
year old,
see this.
I'm getting more of the bacon than I am the smoke.
That's the sherry and the smoke together. Okay. So there is as much vanilla as there is cherry in that.
Vanilla, man?
Yeah.
All right.
When you're not, I mean, if I'm going straight for cherry, I'm gonna do, no, Aberlour 12 is a little bit pricey these days.
Anything off the shelf.
All right.
The more expensive, the better.
Yeah. That's not gonna help anybody else, and you're supposedly doing this for the people.
Second rule of Rex Month.
All right.
Don't underline my bullshit premise.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Okay, I'm gonna say a dash of Aberlour 12.
Mm-hmm.
That's actually a lot closer than I thought.
We need at least 11 more whiskeys.
Yeah, but we need more. Let's try a little GlenDronach, because that's really sherry.
So the standard we've established in the vault is 80%. 80% there, we can go to sleep at night, feel good about ourselves. But for Rex Month, it has to be 90%.
Okay, we're 70% there. I need a really candied whiskey.
Candy sweet as the Brenne. If we mess it up, we can just start over and drink all those whiskeys.
That might actually work. But we're gonna have to go really easy.
How much is the Brenne?
It's expensive.
Well, that's not helping people.
That's there.
Oh, I will be the judge because, Daniel, why am I being the judge?
Because you're this next week.
Month. Say the words with your mouth.
Perfect.
Enunciate.
Rexonic. Yeah.
Almost there.
Oh, I just thought of something.
We need to fill it up. Do you remember what you put in here?
Mm-hmm.
Where are we at?
I think we're there.
So
It needed Dalmore 12. So what we did was
you
Laphroaig
son of a.
10.
That's not nearly enough whiskeys to be this close.
That's amazing. That's Laphroaig 10 mostly, probably half Laphroaig 10, and then a dash of Brenne, a dash of Dalmore 12, a dash of GlenDronach 12, and a dash of Aberlour 12. How close am I?
Rex month is off to an inauspicious start.
That was not an answer. Nailed it. That's an answer.
So you're 82% of the way there. I am getting a little bit more sweetness out of the 32.
Yeah, there's more sweetness in the 32.
Yeah.
But to bring the bite back, I had to add more of the Laphroaig back in.
Oh, so there's questions. You know what? I've read so many questions.
Oh, I'm reading the questions
Yeah.
now.
Service me some.
Patrick O'Neill.
The Patrick O'Neill.
I have a great mooch story for y'all. These are all Rex questions. I didn't even do that on purpose. I was studying abroad in Italy and found myself in a rather questionable club. The music was awful, the crowd was worse. In this mayhem, there was a bright spot. The bartenders had no idea what they had behind their bar. They simply had a fixed well price and a fixed shelf price for all drinks. Lucky for me, they had an unopened bottle of Lagavulin. I ordered a glass. Not only was the drink only €8, they didn't know how to serve whiskey, so I shit you not, they served me a rocks glass full to the brim with no ice. Of Lagavulin 16.
Yes.
Needless to say, I drank about 3/4 of a bottle of Lagavulin, making the club and music far more bearable.
Of course.
Hashtag Rex Week.
We need you to put a Google Maps link
To that club.
in the comments to that club, so anybody else that wants to take advantage of those mouth-breathing morons can go right to that club.
All right, and finally, this has been painful enough as it is. My question is actually for the master himself, Rex. A little context, I live in the middle of nowhere, Missouri, and the hardest thing drank around here is Bud Light.
Ugh.
I aspire to be a master mooch, but there's no one to mooch from. My plan is to salt the mine, so to speak, and share my whiskey with several friends, who will then hopefully turn into whiskey fans, and this would mean I'd have several friends to mooch from. I know initially I would lose points, but possibly reap them later. Is this a good mooch plan, or a bad mooch plan?
Situational. It's entirely situational. Depending on the friends that you are introducing whiskey to. Do they already have some natural moochy instincts, and are they just kind of pulling the whiskeys out of you? Or could they conceivably be somebody that feels like they need to reciprocate? Because any self-respecting mooch knows you don't reciprocate.
So I guess the answer is you only gift people if you know it's going to make them feel bad.
Oh man. Oh, and we have so many more days.
I feel like this is like the whiskey version of the Grinch Who Stole Christmas, but like the point when he has all of the presents.
You shut up, you're ruining them. Okay, so I think
right.
for the
I think
first
day
week,
one's over.
poor man's versions, and we're gonna find the most amazing whiskeys and figure out how to blend something that's pretty damn close to you guys. Oh, by the way, I have an Instagram now. It's my show. See? I can go. Yeah, you do
have Instagram.
So, at Whiskey Mooch, it'll be in the description below. We have an Instagram. I have an Instagram. And you have one too, but whatever. Pfft, that's not in the description below because... Hey, thanks for hanging out with us in the Whiskey Vault. Don't forget to throw in a like, hit that subscribe button on the bottom right, and drop a question or comment down below.